Hey guys, what's up and welcome to another episode of the Goodcast Show. So today we are discussing Malaysia's first silent movie, Life. Now what does that title stand for? Living in Fear Every Day. This was a project of passion and perseverance, written, directed and produced by my guest, Justino De Francesco, aka Justin Franz. Now the movie was inspired by many moments that shook his understanding of empathy. One in particular that happened about 3 years ago when he was having lunch with his wife and his daughter. Life is a reminder that every existence has meaning and that no life is of lesser value. It's a film about empathy, connection, and the silent language that unites us all. With Life, Justin set out to create a story that would make people feel again. A story that transcends barriers, language, and form, and one that speaks about our shared human condition. With a shoestring budget, personal equipment, 2 iPhone cameras, and a drone, him and his director of photography have created a film that has been celebrated internationally, winning the Best Dramatic Short Film and Outstanding Performance in a Short Film at the Southeast Asia International Film Festival at Thailand, scoring the Best Debut Filmmaker Award at the Golden Lion International Film Festival in India, and even being nominated for the Best International Short Film at the Nanocorn Northwest International Film Festival in the US. He's here with us today to share his journey, so please welcome Justin Franz. Justin, welcome to the podcast, man.
Thank you, Vinod.
Firstly, congrats on all the success that you have achieved with this movie, Life. It's been internationally acclaimed. Your hard work has paid off, your belief and your journey. So let's start with this. What is Life, the movie, all about?
Okay, Life, the movie, is about things that happen every single day,
Okay.
things that happen around us that go unnoticed. And so what we did was we took that unnoticed element that happens every day and we put it in the middle, and we put the focus of the film in that particular aspect.
When you say unnoticed element, what do you mean by that?
Right now, as we are talking right now, there are things that are happening, bad things that are happening out there.
Okay.
We may think that it's not important for us to pay attention to, but in reality, right, if we look back, that's actually a very important thing that we are overlooking every day. We have become a society, when we overlook it, we justify it by saying that it's not as important as what I have to do next.
Okay.
I have to be, like, for example, I have to be in a podcast show with Navin, so I choose to turn away from these things that are happening. But if you really sit down and look at it, right, it's very bad as a society, as humanity itself, right? We've come to that stage.
Okay,
So
where we
wanted
lack
to take
empathy
that,
and all that.
Yeah, we lack empathy a lot. We wanted to take that particular element and focus on that.
Is this movie a movie that you made to deliver a message? What is that message?
Okay, so the message was clear. The message was to show humanity there needs to be more empathy. There needs to be more love spread around. Ultimately, life is all about love in different forms.
Yeah.
So the moral message is there, but I didn't want to do a documentary. From day one, right, I was very certain that it shouldn't be like a documentary. So even though the message was there, I needed a nice storytelling style.
Okay.
Ultimately, I wanted to make films. I wanted to be a filmmaker. And the story of life came after that.
Okay.
That's where people like Tarantino, Scorsese come in. They helped me in terms of how to make that story of empathy a cinematic one.
So let's go back to the moment of origin, the flash of genius, if you would. What was that moment that inspired you to actually take a pen and write a script?
Okay, to be very honest, right, my DOP and I, his name is Suran, he couldn't be here today, he's in Sabah. We know each other for more than 10 years, and we've been discussing over the years making a movie. Both of us are very passionate about filmmaking, and I wrote a lot of stories.
Okay.
This is not script number 1. Script number 1 was another one. Script number 2, number 3. This is probably script number 5.
Okay.
And this happened all of a sudden. About two and a half years ago.
Okay.
I was sitting in a mamak shop with my wife and kid. That shop had about 100 over people having their lunch. And something happened right in front of where we were seated. Just a few meters. What happened there on that day shook my daughter. My daughter was the most impacted. She was about 3-4 years old at the time. That was the moment of realization for me that what we've become as a society.
Okay. But you can't share what happened.
I can't share that because if I share that, right, the whole twist is gone.
So this movie, there is a twist at the end.
There's a big twist at the end.
Very
The
M. Night
twist-
Shyamalan, I say.
yeah, he's one of the inspirations as well.
Yeah. Then, of course, you took this experience that you had witnessed, you had experienced with your family, you wrote the script, and then you decided to produce the movie, right? You said to go out. So you are the writer, director, as well as the producer of the movie.
Correct.
It's interesting because one production house told you that there's a reason no one does it here. It's too hard. That was a thought about it being silent. Why did you decide to go the silent movie route?
The silent movie route, right, was there from ever since my first script. I wanted to make it silent because I wanted to break the language barrier lah. Here, I mean, not only in our country, most countries they operate the movies go on a route based on language. Like even in Malaysia, right, if it's a Malay movie, you will have this set of audience, and even our awards are very language based. First thing I wanted to break the language barrier. I wanted my first film to be a film that can be enjoyed by everyone, regardless of what language you speak. And I truly believe that cinema is a visual medium, especially Malaysian movies, dramas. They're very language heavy. I mean, very dialogue heavy. And you know what people tend to do is they switch on YouTube, put it at the left seat of their car, and then they drive. But they can follow the movie because they don't need to even watch it. It's very dialogue heavy.
So you wanted silent.
I wanted it to be a visual medium. I always believed that cinema is a visual medium. I decided to focus on the visual elements, the acting, as opposed to dialogues. We had very minimal dialogues in the beginning when I wrote the script, but then I thought, we have so little, let's just remove it and we can market it better, brand it as a silent movie. When the story came in, the story also connected with that silent element. When you watch the movie, you will know also why it's
Silent. I see.
Yeah.
You talk about how you worked on a shoestring budget. I mean, this movie took less than 1,000 to actually make, 1,000 ringgit,
correct.
2 iPhones and a drone.
Correct.
No crew, nothing, just you and your friend and cast and all that. Didn't that limitations ever tell you, hey, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, or I should maybe pool some resources first before doing it? I mean, wasn't there a hindering factor for you?
It was. To be very honest, it was lah. That's why the movie took more than 2 years to
Okay.
complete. Because initially, after I wrote, I discussed with my DOP. We were happy with the story that we had, and we were pitching. We were pitching for almost a year. We wanted funds because, of course, with funds you can make it even better. You can make it way better lah. To be honest,
Of course.
you can market it better, and you don't need 2 years to shoot the film. It could have been done in 2-3 months.
Yeah, exactly.
But couldn't get the funds. We were like, as you quoted earlier, right? We met a lot of producers. Everybody was like, oh, what have you made before? There was that criteria of, it's a very bad thing lah when people ask you what you've made before, implying that a first-time filmmaker is not going to make something good,
There's many examples where there's
Right.
filmmakers who have done very well.
Correct. So that factor was one. Secondly, it was, silent film, crazy. You know how hard it is to make a silent film. It's harder than, dialogues. We got all that backlash, and then, producers just listened for the sake of listening. So it came to a point where I thought, it's either I keep pushing, keep waiting.
But there is a story, I don't even want to share it, but yes, you were telling me that there was
yeah.
a pitch session where the producer was sleeping while you were talking.
Correct. That guy, he slept off lah. We were pitching, and then he dozed off, and then I stopped because I was presenting something. He's
About the
supposed
movie,
to watch,
about live, yeah,
about live. Halfway through, he's supposed to watch. So, and our friend was dozing off, and then I stopped pitching, and with his eyes closed, he told me that, teruskan. And I read about all this lah. I watched interviews on YouTube, Hollywood. I always thought it was over-exaggerated. Producers will not fall asleep lah, come on lah. It really happened. And he was like, he's right lah, and we had to continue pitching while he was half awake.
Was there any available financing options for you?
No, zero.
Because you guys were new, you had no
new.
name in the game.
Correct. We had no name in the game. We were new. Our concept was something was seen as very risky. A very risky concept.
Interesting how the creative industry does not support creativity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Very well put, very well put. They want you to make different films which are different. Let's go into Oscar, Sundance, but we keep with the same old.
Ombat Rindu, that's the only only format you can. So there's no support for you all.
There was no
Even
no
from
support.
Finas.
From Finas, no. From Finas also we applied for funds. But of course there were requirements lah. Some of the requirements were, in order for you to get the funds, you need to have a production house backing you. There were other requirements, other funds as well for newcomers, but those funds also had requirements tagged to it. Like you had to have won a couple of awards internationally to apply for this fund, or you must have made 4 to 5 short films before you apply for the fund. There were always that underlying criteria lah. There's no fund or no one ready to support or take the risk.
So interesting. You go on this route, but you of course push forward. You say, no, we've got to make this film. You have to make this film, right?
Correct.
What was the difference between this script and the previous 4 that made you feel, despite all these obstacles, that I've got to make this happen?
To be honest, I have a few good scripts. So I had to pick between, which will be the most impactful. And then at that time, we already knew that, we want to go on a different route. We wanted to go on the film festival route lah. Okay, for film festival, which will be the best? And then I decided on life would be the most impactful. Internationally, it will have the most impact.
How was it like convincing actors to come on board your film when you say, hey, guys, I'm only using 2 iPhones and a drone, whereas they may have been used to production sets and camera crew, but you just had 2 guys with iPhones.
Correct. Luckily for us, right, we had very good cast lah. We had the cast members who left.
Oh, so they changed.
They changed. Even the ones who left were invested in the film. I would say because of the storyline, because of that story, the twist, the message they wanted to send out. Some even told us they'll do it for free.
Wow.
I'll do it for free. Oh, I'm all for this cause. I'll do it for free.
What is the cause?
You have to watch it. Watch it when it comes out.
Okay.
So the story convinced them mainly. Then I guess they had a certain level of comfort with me and Suran.
Okay.
DOP. To be very honest, we didn't feel like we were shooting a film. We were like, it was like a bunch of friends hanging out. We shot most of the scenes when didn't even realize it lah. We didn't say action. They were talking and we shot. We were like, okay, let's capture that scene. And we just shot macam tu. A lot of scenes were ad hoc, and that's why it came out very realistic. Everybody was very realistic because they were really talking and we shot. And
so they had no idea that they were being filmed.
No. Then they'll ask us, oh, when are we shooting? I was like, we are done already. Done ah? Yeah. Y'all were talking and we shot already. And we showed them like, wow, okay lah. So we did a lot of those kind of stuff.
How long did the shooting process take?
In total, about less than 2 weeks. In a span of 2 years. But we only shot for about 12 to 14 days.
Okay.
Why 2 years was because some cast members left, and then we had to replace them. We had to do auditions again, replace them. And then we edited for a very long time.
Okay.
We edited for more than 6 months. 6-7 months we edited.
The movie has been accepted internationally really well. Why isn't it showed here? Why haven't you showed it here in Malaysia?
The plan for the film was always to make it theatrical, always to release it theatrically. The film festival route was just to get attention. We tried pitching and all, nobody paid attention.
Even the big cinemas, they didn't want to take it up.
No, we didn't approach the cinemas. I mean the funders and the production houses.
Okay.
They didn't even. So we went this route. So we know that if we go through this route, if we win film festivals, it will be news here. Then when it becomes news here, hopefully people pick it up, and that's what happened lah. We were thankful enough that it got what it got, and it was picked up by a lot of the major tabloids. Picked it up. We were very lucky. So the plan was always to release it cinema movie, but to do that, I can't release my short film version. It's about 40 minutes. We need to expand it a bit, put in a bit of commercial elements, then release it in the cinema.
Were you surprised at all the awards that came your way, the nominations and all that?
Surprised, very surprised.
You didn't see this when you were starting?
No. To be honest, no. I wanted it, but I didn't expect it.
But you were telling me that when the movie was done, you had no idea what to do with it. You had a finished project and then you didn't know what to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There were 2 things that happened lah. So in the script when I wrote, it was supposed to be a normal flow. Then when we shot the movie and when I watched it, because of the budget constraints and all that, the film being a normal flow was very boring. Because we didn't have the budget to do a lot of things that was in the script lah. Then I told the DOP that we can't lah bro. This movie, if we release it this way, we won't win anything. Then we had to do some customization lah, edit and all that, and we made it into a non-linear format. like Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, so the sequencing is not...
Correct. 21 Rams.
Yeah.
That kind of then it worked really well. It was, wow. I enjoyed watching it. Everybody we screened it to was like, wow, very nice, very nice.
So when can Malaysians watch it?
Malaysians, I want to release this in Malaysia as soon as I can. That's always the dream. We're talking to production houses, getting there. So once we get the desired deal, we plan to release it most probably end of 2026, end of this year.
End of 2026?
Yeah.
Nice. So that means we Malaysians can finally watch it in the cinema.
Definitely. We'll do a lot of marketing. We want everybody to watch lah.
Definitely,
No dialogues. Everybody can go and watch. So I hope I can do it for full time.
Okay, man. Well done. So the movie is coming out end of next year. Sorry, end of this year.
End of this year.
Live in cinemas.
Yes.
And you're casting for your next movie.
Yeah,
short
casting
film.
for my next
Still
short
looking for our talents.
Still looking for talents. Vinod,
Give me the link. I want
come for the audition.
That would be the funniest. I am the worst. I took acting class when I was in university. Oh my God, I was terrible. So guys, that was Justin Franz again. Very happy to speak to him. Very lovely to see somebody's dreams come true. He's always wanted to be a filmmaker, and I think live has provided him the perfect platform for that. He's already shooting his second short film. Well done. Well done to you, man. So happy for you.
Thank
Well
you.
done.
Thank you.
So as he said, live is coming out in cinemas end of this year. So stay tuned for that. Go and support. It's been receiving rave reviews and awards internationally. Come on, let's Malaysians support our own. He's also making his second film. So we'll be sharing the link to his Instagram on our social media and in the description in this video. So if you guys want to act in Justin Franz's next movie, please drop him a message and hopefully it works out.
Thank you.
I'm tempted to apply, but it's okay.
All the best actors, right?
Yeah.
They say they don't know how to act.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So the first box.
Tick ready. So the next Anthony Hopkins. There we go. Thanks. Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. And also, I cannot remember your name right now, but this girl kept on texting me on Instagram and saying that you must get Justin on. You must get Justin on.
Really?
So thank you so much. In fact, she also wanted to share your number with me. So to you, thank you so much. I really enjoyed meeting Justin, and I can't even playing a small part in his journey is amazing. So well done, buddy.
Thank you. Thanks for all the love, all the support.
Thanks,
Thank you very
man.
much.
So as I said, movie coming out this year, guys. Stay tuned. Mark your calendars. We'll see you soon. More interviews coming your way. Have a good week. Take care. Bye.